there's the copy of Promethea by Alan Moore wrapped in shrink wrap. I'm on your shelf that you're never going to read.
The absolute version.
The absolute version. Okay. And now and its content goes directly into the mind of you 15 years in the future. Right? Okay. Which is being eaten alive by some sort of horrible. It's almost like the demon in ancient Egypt that Osiris throws your heart to if it weighs more than a feather. It's the female. It's like a hippopotamus alligator monster, crocodile monster, who devours your soul. It's almost like that. So it's almost as if you're at the court of Osiris here, and you're being judged 15 years in the future. All right, and your heart, which has been represented by, we're gonna make it green because it's Osiris, right? So,
well, yeah. You don't even need to say green. You just say Osiris.
Right, Osiris, and you should think green when you hear Osiris, right?
I think it's right.
Right. So we have a green heart. Right, some sort of viscera, some sort of. What I'm seeing here is Osiris is a metaphor for the singularity, and what's really going on here, as far as I can tell, is that 15 years in the future we will experience a singularity, and the singularity will be known as Osiris. Osiris, the vegetable god of vegetation, and he or it or whatever is that moment when, some fucking I don't know, I'm gonna say North Korean scientist finally fuses animal, vegetable, and mineral together into some sort of composite thing that's able to have code written onto it. Right? So it's you can grow batteries. Okay, you can grow what you need out of a plant. So you can literally, it's you never read Childhood's End. Not Childhood's End by Arthur C. Clarke. I'm Methuselah's Children by Robert L. Heinlein. The Lazarus Long kind of prequel to the Time Enough for Love or whatever it is. So in that, what's interesting in Highland is what he does is whenever they go to another planet, these long lifers, these people that don't age, when they go to another planet, the two planets that they go to are the denizens of them, the life forms on them, they can talk to them and communicate with them and interact with them the way you and I are interacting. We're both standing here talking to each other, but they are so alien, right? Their life and their culture is so alien that it's impossible to coexist with them. Does that make any sense? And it's really fascinating how he did it. I mean, it's just kind of there's no such thing as a free lunch. It's that Robert Heinlein kind of weird libertarian Ayn Rand kind of idea,
That's Joe.
So it's you go to another planet and you try to live with people from another planet, it's going to be fucking insane. It's not going to make any sense to you at all. Right. So what I'm seeing is, here's what's going on here, is 15 years in the future, the singularity will occur. And the singularity will be Osiris. It'll be the fusion of animal, mineral, and vegetable.
Basically into the future me.
Right. And you're gonna be there, sitting there to receive the upload, right? Like everyone else. But this happens to you and you alone, Joe. Okay, so fine. You're special. Alright, you happy now? You're special. So 15 years in the future, you will be somehow, I don't know, since you don't really have a laboratory or any scientific materials or information, so I guess it's going to happen metaphorically, on the drawing table or something. Somehow, youth sitting on the toilet, doodling on a notepad, will inadvertently create the recipe for the singularity known as Osiris, which is the fusion of animal, mineral, and vegetable, which I guess is some sort of hypercognitive collagen entity. And that that super mushroom Osiris consciousness is so transitory and so beyond any consciousness that we can understand. It's able to tap into these other realms, right? It's able to. This is the moment when man finally sees the face of God, right? And what you have is the face of God is what? It's this nightmare where you're an animal eating yourself. You're the Arboreus, right? You're a thing, a serpent, right?
Mastermind.
Folding upon itself, eating itself and devouring itself, right? I mean, that makes sense with the thing I'm talking about, the time traveling past selves, right? And then I guess that ties in with the whole
Mastermind.
It's what is it? You know, it's that whole it's the idea of what I was talking about before, right? You know, if we look at ourselves four-dimensionally, right? If we look at ourselves four-dimensionally, what do we see? We see a centipede, a multipede, an infant that becomes you know, what does it become? It becomes a tube, right? An endless tube that's intersecting thousands of other endless tubes in a biosphere, right? So it is the serpent eating itself. We are that.
One was the magnetic gynoid